Hey beauties, it's Riri! Today we're going to be coloring my hair, well just the top part of my hair. As you can see, this top little portion that I kind of pull up in like my little ponytail, if you will, I lightened that probably 3 or 4-ish months ago just to give a little bit of like warmth and kind of break up the monotony of my hair. So I wanted to separate this section and hopefully go pink. I was aiming for like a soft pastel pink. And with that being said, I didn't really care if I didn't go to like a complete like level 9 or level 10 blonde, just because I've had more like orangey or brassy tones in my hair before after bleaching or lightening and added pink, and it was still this beautiful kind of like, you know, peachy, pinky, salmony color. So everything is sectioned off. As you can see, I'm going to put some conditioner. I always like spray my hair with some water and then use conditioner on the parts that I'm aiming to not bleach, hopefully, fingers crossed. So I'm just adding a little bit of conditioner to the parts of my hair that I am not going to be coloring. I find that this is pretty effective overall most of the time. But I had pink hair over 10 years ago. That was the very first time that I had like fashion color. And truth be told, I missed it. I missed having kind of that part of my personality and having cool, funky, colorful hair. But I also didn't want to affect the integrity of my hair, hence doing just like the top little portion of my hair. Yellow and pink are my favorite colors, so I wanted to just add some pink back. So you can see I'm going in with the Revlon, the Luminous Platinum Powder kit. And you could obviously go in with, you know, a lightener and then, you know, do a developer and stuff like that and do it in separate things. I've used this before. It works just fine. And again, I was not necessarily aiming for like a super white platinum blonde. I didn't mind if I had a little bit of warm tones. I didn't mind if I had a little bit of brassiness in here or if it didn't go super, super blonde. Yeah, the gloves that come in these, they're literally, they're trash. I hate them. Why do they include them? Anyways, I go in with regular rubber gloves and I make sure that my hair is combed out thoroughly. Everything is combed out well. Everything is mixed up really, really well. And again, I think especially, and I am no professional, I'm not going to claim to be, honey. I think just protecting the hair underneath and protecting obviously my scalp. So I definitely avoided the root area at all cost at the beginning, as you can see, and I just go section by section. I try to make sure that I use enough product, even just doing this little section of my hair because my hair is pretty thick. It took the entire bottle to do just this part of my hair. So also make sure that you have enough product. You don't want to be midway through whatever color process you're doing and then you run out of product. That is lit. I've had that happen and oh my gosh, is it terrifying. So we just went section by section. I avoided my root area and we left this on for 30 minutes to start with. All right, total time, I kept it on about 40 minutes. As you can see, it's not super, super blonde, but we also went in. I don't know why I'm saying we. You guys are with me in the journey, that's why. Then I went in and did the root area. Of course, we want to do that last because the heat from our scalp obviously helps to make the process go a little bit faster. So I did wear a bonnet. I tried to show that obviously really quickly, but I had the little piece of foil wrapped around solely just to make sure that my, you know, bleached hair or, you know, lightening did not go onto my darker hair. I did not want that to happen. Foreshadowing. So I went through very carefully and did all the roots and stuff like that just to make sure that the roots were completely well saturated and coated. And then I did pull a little bit more of the product, whatever a little bit was left from the bottle, and put that through my mid lengths. And we left that on for, I left it on for about another 15 minutes or so. All right, I thoroughly rinsed my hair out really, really well. I went in with the L'Oreal Elvive or Elvive purple shampoo. I left that in for like a good 15-ish minutes or so. And then I went in with the Revlon Color Silk. This is like the pastel pink. Oh my gosh, I was so excited to see this. Here's the unveiling. I think that it turned out really, really beautifully. Like even if I would have maybe toned it one more time, I would have rocked it just like this. And I did want to have a blonde that as the pink fades, the blonde is still pretty. And then as you can see, when I start combing out my hair, I realized my little snafu. I freaked out for just a momentary, just a second of time. But then I was like, no, you know what? The pink's going to cover it. We're going to be fine. It's going to be fine. But that is why it is super important to make sure that you're protecting your hair. So I went in obviously with the pink, mixed it up really well. Again, with the garbage ass gloves, my gosh, can they just invest an extra 5 cents and send us good gloves? And I followed the same step-by-step process, the way that I did with the lightening, of course. Definitely trying to make sure, especially in my little snafu, that I thoroughly saturated that part. But again, I went section by section and liberally saturated each section. And typically with this, because it was a more permanent type of hair dye, you would go in on pretty much like dirty hair and not wet hair. I was not, again, aiming for like crazy hot pink or anything like that. I really wanted it to be more of a like soft, dusty pastel-y pink. So for me, I wanted to go in with my hair wet, obviously follow the instructions and do, you know, what the directions tell you to do. You know, do as I say and as the box says, not as I do. But I thoroughly saturated everything, made sure to just really make sure that I coated all of the hair, made sure that the roots and stuff were completely coated and saturated well. And I let this process for like 25 to 30-ish minutes. All right, the last step in our makeover, of course, is makeup time. I did go in with the brand new Gourmande Girls and Serious Soto, the Warriors Wear Pink palette. I do have a few videos up already of this palette, so I will not be long-winded in talking about it. But along with pink being one of my all-time favorite colors, and along with me missing having pink hair, well, I was inspired by the palette. So I went in with the light pink and dusted that all over the inner corner area, the inner part of the lid area, and into my crease. I then went in with the beautiful deep dark pink and did that on the outer corner. And then I went in with a couple of the beautiful little multi or duo chrome shadows. I thought they were absolutely stunning. I do have an entire, tutorial of this video if you guys wanted to go back and watch that. And of course I did the reveal at the very end of this video, so it was kind of cool to be able to do like the reveal in both the different videos. I went in with the NYX white liner, and then I went in with my Bite Beauty mascara. I also took this little Kaja little keychain heart and just stuck it on my face, and that was part of the inspiration with the hair, the makeup look, and everything else. And I literally just took a tiny detail pencil brush and did the outline of the heart, and then I just kind of faded it out with all the colors that I used on my lids. I threw on some gloss, and honestly, that was it. It definitely seemed more difficult, I guess, in the long run than it actually really was, but super easy, very impactful, very beginner friendly. Again, this tutorial is in the previous video if you wanted to go back and watch that video. But yeah, I am obsessed. I really love this look. I am gonna give my hair like a full week. I typically wait an entire week before I wash my hair. Yeah, I know, gross, but hey, it is what it is. But because I used, obviously lightening, and I also went in with a permanent hair color, I just don't want to affect the integrity of my hair. So I am gonna wait about a week or so. I am going to get a second bottle of the pink and add some more pink, just because you can see kind of how I was talking about in the beginning of the video, where there's like more peachy salmony pink at the top part. I just want to go back through it and do another pink, and I think that that would be super effective. So yeah, I hope that you guys like this makeover. Let me know what you think. Have you ever colored your hair? Are you considering it? What do you think about the look? Thank you so much for joining me, beauties.
I love you, beauties. Stay happy, healthy, and safe, and of course, be your best beautiful. Bye, beauties.